And you know, for Myles to get it the way he got it in a really meaningful moment of the game, and then it came in a win, and a great team win. So I'm proud of those guys, and I'll take any questions you guys have.
What are you thinking there as you cross the 15? Size of the 27.
Well, I would first start with Grant Delpit making a great play on the 2-point to make it a win. I mean, otherwise you're going for a tie game. So I told Grant when he came off the field, I said, dude, that play, you just won the game because we're about to kick a field goal. And then felt the conditions, as you know, were good for both teams in the kicking game. So felt once we got around that 35, we were in, you know, range for Andre.
What about Andre, 248-yard PAT?
Yeah, that wasn't by design.
Just the way this season is.
Yeah, incredible. Like I told you, can't write a better script, not even you, Tony. And just proud of him for game one against that same team to then bounce back and be so good for this football team. And I honestly do not believe anybody on that sideline had any doubt in their mind that ball was going through the uprights. That's just who the kid is.
What is it? How important is that moment for Shedeur? It wasn't the easiest game for him.
Yeah, I told him at halftime. I said that's why it's a 60-minute football game. We get to play 30 more minutes, and we were not perfect on offense by any stretch of the imagination, but came through when we had to come through. Needed to go on a drive there to get in field goal range, made some plays. Again, just a bunch of fighters on that team.
Kevin, with just hearing you celebrate with the team in the locker room, seeing you, with the Myles celebration all over you, just how much do you want to continue on with this football team, and do you think that your job can be saved in these kinds of
Respectfully, this game's not about me. I told you guys that. I'm proud of that group for fighting.
Kevin, you talked a lot about blinders and focus on the forward and don't worry about it. For this team, with the way this season has gone, with all the outside noise and everything, I mean, it would be easy to get late to not keep fighting. But can you just kind of expand on the makeup of that? Could you tell early on that this team had that type of fight?
Yeah, listen, I know there's there comes a time where you reflect. I'm not there yet. I'm just kind of focused on this one. And I knew all week these guys wanted to get this one. We wanted to even the series versus Cincinnati. We dropped that first one of the season. We weren't happy about that, and we had an opportunity to go out here today and get a win. I'm really proud of guys that stepped up in that game. D'Angelo going in there at corner, Sam Webb going in at corner. With guys going in and out of injury, guys unavailable pregame, before the game, Carson, Harold, Dave. So just having guys step up, I think it's a great thing to acknowledge with this football team. That's kind of been the story of the season. Step up. We need you.
Kevin, how fitting was it that first game, Andre missed extra point field goal? It comes down to him at the end with the game.
Yeah, again, very proud of him. Confidence in him never wavered. Felt like it was the right thing to do to keep him where he was. He showed in practice all the time that he was very consistent. So, like I mentioned to you guys earlier, I really had no doubt he would make that.
Did you have a good look of Myles' record sack?
I did not have a great look. I didn't. How was it?
I believe they left them 1-1.
It all depends on how the game's going, and when you're in a game where they have to score touchdowns and they have to be aggressive, that's you give Myles the opportunity to go rush one-on-one.
Kevin, with all respect to your previous answer, do you expect to be the coach of the Browns?
Yeah, and with all respect to that attempt by you, I'm not making the focus about me.
Kevin, with the Myles sack, we've talked to you so much about how, it means a lot to him, but also to his defensive teammates. I think we obviously saw that and how they embraced him afterwards.
Yeah.
Just, what can you say about what that moment meant to all those guys?
Yeah, that's history. He's the sack king. That's unbelievable. They've been playing this game for a long time, and for him to go get that in the circumstances with the degree of difficulty in which he got it this season is unbelievable. He's the defensive player of the year. You can make him the MVP if I had a vote. And I think the reaction of his teammates is genuine. That's real. These guys care about each other.
Very vocal about your praise of Jim Schwartz. Since you guys have been working together, he's been saying, like everyone else, he aspires to the top of his profession. What would your endorsement be of him to someone else who is looking at him as that?
Yeah, I love Jim. I love working with Jim. He and I are cut from the same cloth. He's more than deserving of those type of opportunities, and if that happens, I'd be thrilled for him.
Kevin, you hadn't worked with Jim prior to him. You hired him 3 years ago. What did you learn about him? personally, just in over these 3 years?
Yeah, I mean, our office is right next to each other, so we spend a lot of time together. Again, we see the game very similarly. We see a lot of things about this game very similarly. I think I've told you guys before, he reminds me of, one of my former coaches when I was playing, just the way he goes about his business. So, Jimmy and the entire defensive staff, did a great job.
I know the focus was never about Myles' record, but was there a big sense of relief when he finally got it? Because it felt like it had been building for a while.
Yes, there was, Scott. About 3 weeks worth.
Kevin, in a losing season, just if it's all kind of done now, what are the things that you kind of feel like you're most proud of this team this year?
Yeah, listen, you can, I'm sure you guys will. You can look at all of it and you can analyze it, but we had to finish strong. We had 2 opportunities in these last 2 weeks against division opponents, and we got those wins. That's what I'm proud of.
Kevin, I know obviously you said you don't want to make this about you, but with all the speculation that's swirling, how do you expect this to spend the next maybe 12 hours or so? Will you be meeting with Haslam? How are you going to spend the next day?
Yeah, I'm going to spend the next 30 minutes celebrating with his team.
Good.
Okay, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
How's everybody doing? Well,
just describe that, your feelings, the emotions, everything that goes through you as you're kind of leading that drive down for that kick.
I'll say it's a lot. I'll say all week, I would say I've been like dealing with a lot spiritually, like different battles, that I had to overcome, I just had to overcome. So that's why my body language, everything was off. Like that's what it was. Then we got in the halftime. We got in the locker room and like close teammates, close friends was like, nah, bro, get back to being you. So it was that words of encouragement. It was that shoulder to lean on that you need in them crucial moments. So then, as you see, right back after halftime, then we started getting our rhythm. We started being nuts. So I think today overall mentally we won different battles. I think we won mentally. I think going back to the final minute drive that we had a couple weeks ago, and it wasn't successful. We was able to get that opportunity and be able to drive down the field and do what we did. Andre being able to get back in that position, how it was. I knew the whole time he was going to be able to make it. So I think there was a bunch of different battles, overall that we won today, and it started up here, started mentally.
I know you knew how much Myles Garrett wanted to get that record in a victory.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to just wanting to win it for the whole entire team, did you also, how important was it for you to, on his big day and his big moment, go down there and do everything you could to get him that victory?
Yeah, I think all of our goals and everything is aligned, so I don't think it's a much more want to than that. I think the want to is to prove that I'm able to drive down the field and that a bad half, doesn't define a character like kind of how it was the other week. We had the same opportunity. So I think each week by week it was building different things and accomplishing different things and being able to prove to myself, but not just myself, but this team and everybody that in certain situations I learn from, I grow from, and I was just excited to be put in that situation again. That I kind of put myself in that situation.
What did you see on those couple of, on the last drive, what did you see on those couple of big throws, whatever, outer comeback to Isaiah and then
yeah, I think it was just clicking. I think it was just clicking. I think we got back. I think we got back a lot to what we been doing, honestly, and I think being able to go through the keys and reads, like those are the stuff that I know like the back of my hand. So that's where reps and that's where all that different type of stuff come into play, to where you're able to execute each and every play, no matter what defense they're able to put out there. So I think we got back to being who we are, and not really going at them like a certain way, which that was good, but sometimes it just didn't fit my eye, and I wasn't able to get through my reads quick enough or play like really fast and on time.
Shedeur, you said you were dealing with some spiritual balance.
Yeah. I mean, I'm able to recognize it, but it's all in the mental. You know, I think the devil, of course, is going to attack you different ways, people around you and everything. And honestly, like this whole year, has been a long year. It been ups, downs. It been, you know, different feelings. So, like you gotta be able to, at some point in time, you know, talk to people. You know, sometimes you gotta lean on people also. So that's what them. My guys in there was able to really like come to life. That's whenever they talk to me, nah, bro, do you? This ain't you right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of stuff like that gets you going. That's the type of positivity and stuff that you need around. That you need people to let you know who you are. You feel me? So continue being that guy. So I think a lot of it was that. Today and this whole week, and I didn't feel like I wasn't surprised if I didn't come out off rip playing a clean game, but the main battle and the main thing that the challenge was for me today is what's going to happen whenever you face adversity, whenever you're not seeing there, whenever you're not seeing it is good, whenever you're a little bit slow on things, like what are you going to do? And I think that was the lesson today, was to be able to overcome it. And I feel like that last drive and all that is definitely happened.
Shedeur, what have you, I know it's only 45 minutes after the game, but
yeah.
What have you learned about yourself this season, and how important was it for you to finish the game on this type of note?
Well, I learned what I like, I learned what I don't like, I learned what I'm seeing, I know what I see well, I know what I don't see well. And I learned a lot mentally, and I learned a lot emotionally, physically, everything. I think mentally it was how to deal with when things are going your way, when things aren't going your way, when how to deal with feelings. So that's what I feel like this year was about. I think it was one of those years that how you gonna deal with the feelings. You could be not playing and feel some type of way, and you could be playing and feel the same way as if you didn't, as how you were when you weren't playing. So it's kind of like you got to create your own reality and everything, and you got to have the nucleus of people around to be able, and it's not just your family, like it got to be outside. So I think that's what this rookie class and that's what everything is like being able to lean on each other when everything's down, being able for them to come to me and say, nah, that ain't you, bro. Like, you tripping right now. Like, you got to get back to doing you. Like, that's what I need. You know, I need positivity. I need those type of stuff speaking into you, speaking life into you. Then you go out there and you get back to playing normal. You get back to seeing the game how you see. So a lot of that stuff is like mental stuff. You know, it's not physical. The physical has been the same. You know, like, of course you're going to be able to improve this offseason or footwork, seeing stuff quicker and everything like that. But I think the biggest lesson of this year was mentally, and I feel like I achieved that and I won that.
We got time for two more.
Can you put yourself in the shoes of Burrow and all these other guys? What's it like when you got Myles Garrett coming after you? What's the quarterback feel?
Well, I don't know. I know in practice when we go situations, I'm aware of them overly. So I can't put myself in anybody else's shoes that I can't relate to or feel. You know.
Sure.
You go Scott and then
obviously there's a lot of speculation about Kevin's future. How nice is it to finish the season with the win for him?
I think just Coach Kev, he been real tough. He been tough, you know, and it's good. I think I grew and I learned a lot from him. I think this week we had a conversation just about things, you know what I'm saying, just about things in general, and I feel like, you know, we grew to understand each other. You know, we share different things, you know, that we both will go through, you know. So I think I know he wanted this win, and I know he wants every win, but I know this one means a lot, and I don't know. I wish we all, like as a team, and I wish everybody could have got more personal, you know, within this last year. Quinshon even came over my house a couple of days ago, you know, and like I said, in that dark time, he came over my house. And just talking like, bro, like speaking life into me, and that's what I needed. And I'm truly thankful for him, and his presence definitely is missed.
Shedeur, you don't often hear a celebration like what we just heard, you know, through this door with you guys in that locker room with all the cheering and the yelling and the water bottles and all that kind of stuff. What does it mean, and what does it say about this football team that you guys are celebrating a moment like that?
Yeah.
So much euphoria in there.
I think that we got each other's back. I think without the defense, we wasn't going to be able to do anything, and I think without us as an offense being able to drive down the field, they did everything they could do. So that wasn't really going to be able to win the game. So I think the tough battle of us just leaning on each other, depending on each other, like in those key moments. So it's like that's how you build trust. That's how you build friendships. Like whenever you go in those key moments, you're able to rise to the occasion, no matter if we had failure before. So like it was no doubt in my mind that he was gonna make that field goal. Like I knew 10 out of 10 he was gonna make it, you know, because of his trials and everything he went through at the beginning of the year, you know. So I think that's even in that instance, that's where me and him connected. Like how you deal with certain stuff, and then being able to talk to him, being able to be that source for him, and then him go on and have the successful season that he had. I think it was truly amazing. So, I mean, of course, that's the story. That's how I go, and I'm thankful, you know, it ended like that at all costs. Thank you. Now I gotta go see my brother shot.
So how did it feel now to get the record? I mean, what was that moment like for you emotionally? I mean, just mentally, everything.
And it was everything I expected. It was so tough. I knew they were gonna make it difficult, but shit, I don't think I saw more than 3 singles on a real drop back the whole game, and I just knew that, you know, if I did, I had to make that moment count, and man, the feeling couldn't be better.
Did you ever? I know how confident you were. Did you ever start to wonder about it? There's only 5 minutes and 4 seconds left.
I think I said it earlier, but I had a dream that I didn't get it. So I was like, well, shit, like we gotta deny fate, whatever it is, you know, we gotta make it happen. And I just went into it and still had the utmost confidence in myself and in my preparation and in my guys, man. You know, I couldn't do it without them. They were supporting me, you know, trying to find ways to free me up, you know, get the chips off me, get the doubles off, and eventually, you know, we just made it happen as we have all year.
Myles, what did it feel like when your teammates put you up on their shoulders and David's putting the fake crown on you, and just what was this whole celebration like?
It was special. You know, I've given everything to them. They give my very best every day, and I'm so grateful and so glad to have them as teammates. You know, it's like I said, it's a privilege to be with these guys, to go to work with these guys, to bleed, to sweat, and to cry with these guys. And it's happening a lot right now. And man, I couldn't imagine doing it with a better group of men. You know, going in, you know, always, you know, coming in with a great attitude, working hard, and, you know, coming with a smile on their faces, and they never too high, never too low. I'm so proud of this group.
Myles, in the second half, what was the level of adrenaline and exhaustion mixed there for you?
I wasn't even thinking about it. Honestly, anytime I thought about thinking, you know, I was tired, or, you know, the fatigue setting in, I thought about that dream. I picked my ass up. It was time to go.
Myles, you know, I don't think we saw you move the field until the first drive of the second half, and it got to the point where you're an off-ball linebacker, you're a tackle. Just what was maybe the conversations like? I know Jim was probably scheming up some stuff for you to try to get you free.
Yeah, I felt like Mike out there. He started, you know, moving around everywhere, and they were just scheming it up, trying to get the chips and the doubles off me. I know he said he wasn't gonna do anything crazy to deny me the sack. But hell, they schemed it up to the point where it was starting to feel like that. But I mean, he went out there, tried to win the game, and we made the plays that we needed to. But credit to Schwartz, he was doing everything he could to get not only myself free, but all of us free. And then Grant came in with the sack a little bit earlier, and then we just kept on getting pressure, and those batted balls came in, clutch at the beginning of the game.
Shedeur Sanders going downfield and making sure that you got, and Andre too, Shedeur and Andre, making sure that you got one of the things that you wanted with this sack, which was a victory. How great was that for them to do that?
I mean, once we got in field goal range, I knew he was going to seal it. This is the moment that he's been waiting for. Do it against a team that, unfortunately he came up a little bit short with at the beginning of the year. And I know he's been waiting at the second crack at this, and God willing, he went out there and put it right down the middle. So I was excited. I love winning, so it doesn't matter whether it's beginning of the season, end of the season, last game of the season. No, I'm just proud of him and glad to have a win.
You talked so much about just some of your small conversations with Joe over the years when you've sacked him. Did he say anything to you in the moment? And then I'm sure you guys had an exchange after the game. What did he say to you after?
I couldn't talk to him after because my teammates were grabbing me up. So I was trying to get to him after the game, and then there were different outlets and parents were coming down, so there was a lot of people pulling me in different directions. But got a lot of love for Joe. He's a hell of a guy, hell of a player, and I hope to catch up with him this off season. He sent me a text, and I'll keep what he said between him and I. But he's exceptional all around.
So what are you seeing on the sack, Myles? Are you thinking I'm getting single coverage here? And then I saw a stat like your get off was crazy, like 0.23 seconds or something. And you used the dip move. Like, did it just feel like the perfect Myles Garrett sack?
Yeah, I mean that was the stereotypical sack for me. Getting off, doing the chop, and then right into the dip. And I was watching the clock. I knew that the next time, he gave a count, it was going to be they were going. So I was just watching the ball as quick as I could, and they had a couple other tails that gave me the snap count. So as soon as I saw that it aligned, and probably the best get off I've ever had. I'm trying to get that sack, and the rest is history.
How did it feel in the dream when you didn't get it?
Despair. Like I was scared as hell. But shoot, I woke up at 7 or 6:30, and I was like, I told my guy John, I was like, let's eat, let's talk. But we gotta talk through this and we'll just prepare early because there's no way we're gonna allow anything in the way of history.
Myles, you talked to go back to Joe. Just there was a couple of times it looked like you had it right there, and then there was one in particular where he kind of pump faked and then takes off on a run, and he kind of almost like he looked
back at me. That shit was disrespectful. He knew who was chasing him, but I mean, credit to him. He's got wheels. Anytime he's healthy, he's a threat to scram out the pocket. And I was just like, please, somebody just pull him up, or stay behind the line, do something, run out of bounds. But I'm glad to go against a competitor like that.
Myles, I guess bigger picture, there's so much swirling outside about future Kevin, whatever. Just what does it say about you guys in this group that you finished the season with a dramatic win today, but also you win 2 in a row to kind of go into the all season?
I mean, got to be the same person every single day. Come with that same intensity. No matter the result, the outcome. You do this for the journey. There's suffering in the journey. There's failures in the journey. But that's the price we pay for giving everything that we have. No one's gonna win the Super Bowl every year. No one's gonna go to the playoffs every year. But that fight to get more, to achieve more, wanting more for yourself and for your teammates, that's what's going to drive us to success. And coming off 2 wins at the end of the season, especially against teams that we lost earlier too, that's kind of momentum we need to carry into the next season. We need to appreciate and be grateful for the guys that we have around us, and look forward.
I know you're careful about curating your walk-up songs here. you settle on Kanye for this one?
I wonder. Hey, find your dreams come true. I mean, been waiting on my whole life, my whole football career. So I knew I had it in me, and damn, I wanted that 25. But they made it real difficult these last 2 games, especially. But really these last 3. So that'll be the next journey. Trying to go out there and get 25.
How are you going to celebrate this?
Scott and Mary Kate.
I was just saying, how are you going to celebrate this?
Some pizza and some ice cream. Probably get some Garrett oatmeal tomorrow morning, and then sometime soon, go back to Texas to see my family.
So Myles, they showed your parents, embracing in the stands, and your dad had, a camera lens sort of like almost bigger than his head, and it just, what does it mean to you to share this moment, with them?
I try to tell them you got to stop bringing that thing. But it means a lot that they could be here. I wanted to do it for myself, but I wanted so much to bring pride to my last name, my dad, my mom, and all those that came before me, especially my grand, who hasn't been here for a while to see this. But I carry into the game every single time I walk onto the field. So that's kind of pride I walk into every single time I walk into the field, whether it's practice, whether it's games. I'm just knowing and grateful of who came before me, who made this possible, and it's a privilege that I'm even here, not only playing the game with the Browns, but even doing this in general. This could have been a whole different interview, me playing with the Cavs, if things were a little bit different. But I'm grateful that they helped keep me on the straight and narrow, keep me on the right path, and now we're here.
Appreciate it.